Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Whisper. It's about 11:30 p.m. right now, and I woke up from a nap about 20 minutes ago, and I was kind of lying in bed thinking about some stuff and wanting to make a YouTube video, and one of the ones that came up was a funny story, and I figured that I might as well go ahead and tell it, so yeah. So back when I was in elementary school, it was like, I think the summer of 5th grade year, or right before I entered 6th grade year, I really didn't have a online orientated console like a PS3 or a Xbox 360. All I really had was a Wii, but during October I kind of got a Xbox 360 and I started playing Final Fantasy 13 for it, which kind of seems lame now, but at the time I enjoyed the game a lot. So back then I really only played Final Fantasy 13 because that's all I really had to play. Like, there was nothing else that I could really play. I couldn't go pick up a copy of Halo 3 or MW2 because I just didn't have the money back then. But one day I decided that I was going to invite my friend over, and him and I were going to go see a movie, and he would bring his copy of Halo 3 and we would just play a lot of Halo 3 for the weekend because he was coming over to stay the night. And for keeping my friend's name anonymous, we're going to go ahead and call this guy Jasper. My friend's name is Jasper. And so Jasper and I head over to my house, I think it was like Friday night, and we pretty much like binge play Halo 3 the entire night. Like, we stay up till like 3 a.m. trying to finish the campaign, and I had never really played like a first-person shooter before, aside from maybe like 1 or 2 in the past. But we enjoyed ourselves so much that we just like played through the entire campaign for like 6 hours. So Saturday rolls around and him and I go see a movie. We ended up seeing Alpha and Omega, which is probably part of the reason I ended up being a furry. So if that bugs you people, you can go ahead and go hate and flame on that movie because that's probably the main reason. But my friend Jasper decides that he wants to go home Saturday night, and so he calls his dad and gets his stuff together. And it's kind of sad because I like wanted to play more of Halo, but I didn't really get much of a chance. So yeah, he headed home. So the rest of the Saturday evening and into Sunday were pretty boring. I just played more Final Fantasy 13 because that's all I really could do. I was kind of sad because I didn't get to play more Halo and spend more time with my friend, but you know, it's all good. I understood that he wanted to go home. And so the next week at school, on Monday, I noticed that Jasper isn't at school. So our small friend group, you know, thinks, oh, you know, Jasper's probably out for a day, probably doing something, or maybe got sick or something like that. And so we go on with our normal day. However, this trend repeats for the next 4 days afterwards. So he is sick the entire week. He's sick Monday through Friday, and we don't get to see him until like a week later. So Jasper finally shows up the following Monday, so it's been about a week since any of us have seen him, and everybody's kind of getting worried, but we're all kind of relieved to see that Jasper's back. And Jasper then proceeds to tell me that the reason he was out for so long is because when he was at my house, he didn't fucking ask me for water. So the entire time he didn't have any water, he had like soda, but he couldn't go into the kitchen, get a cup, and get a glass of water by himself. He just felt too scared to ask me to get him some water. So yeah, Jasper couldn't ask for a glass of water, so he ended up getting sick for a week after he left my house, and apparently it was pretty bad for him, and I kind of feel bad, but at the same time I kind of don't, because all he had to do was ask for a glass of water. But Jasper brought this up like a couple weeks ago when we were laughing about it and joking about it, and so I asked him if I could make a video on it, and he said it was okay. But I hope you guys enjoy this story. My name is Whisper, and I'm out. Peace.